next exciting session of the day, something different, something unique which we have not heard in the last couple of sessions and also on our previous day's session as well. Learning Redefined for organization goals in banking industry. And to present this, I would like to call on stage with a big round of applause from all of you, Ms. Purbani, Academic Manager, English from British Council. A big round of applause to Purbani. Purbani, welcome to the stage. All over to you.
Just checking if this is working. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. And I have been good morning, everybody. As you can see, Learning Redefined for Organizational Goals. Thank you so much for sticking around. You must be a little surprised to see somebody not from the banking sector. Like, what is the British Council doing here? And you've got this since the morning today. Like, okay, everybody knows about the British Council through the libraries, or maybe somebody's kid has done a course, or you've done a course at some point, but nobody knows that we also do corporate training. And that's one of our key areas of work. So without sounding presumptuous, I think everybody has a sense of what the British Council does globally. So we are the UK's international organization that builds relationships between countries across the globe and the UK. So we work in culture, in education, in the arts, so on and so forth. In India, we do a lot of work. My unit, there are 3 of us attending this session today from the corporate team in India. We focus on all things professional training, workshops, English language training, IELTS, different types of assessments, and so on and so forth. Or did I introduce myself? I probably didn't. So I have been leading academics for British Council's corporate training team in India for the last 5 years, but I've been associated with the British Council for 10 years now. And we've done a lot of research over the years on what exactly plays a key role in L&D and how we can cater to those requirements in the most efficient manner. And we figured that companies, organizations, institutes across the globe, pretty much we all want the same thing, right? We want our workforce to be productive. We want to just be productive overall. Individually, as organizations, we want to produce good services and good products. We want to be innovative. Sometimes we fail to do that, but we try to be innovative. We try to do new things in different manners, in newer manners. And of course, we want to assure quality, because why else are people going to come to us and stay with us if you're not assuring quality? And of course, customer satisfaction. So whether it's a customer or a client, you want internally, externally, you want everybody to be satisfied, whoever is associated with you. So the thing to think about is how we as education providers can help banks, and of course any other organization, achieve these goals through our solutions. Oh, my slide looks really wide. Yeah, so what we've noticed over the last 10 years is skills that people learn are relevant only for a very short duration. So for example, I did a course on management or change management 5 years back. Of course, I still use it to an extent, but I still need to upgrade my learning. Yeah? So things are so edgy and cool and so new. Every few months you've got to upgrade yourself. You've got to do new courses, learn new skills to just be afloat and be aware of what's going on in the world, right? So, like it says, job skills now have a short shelf life, and what employers want across the globe is employees who can unlearn and relearn in order to adapt to the paced change. Because change is happening a little too fast, and we need to adapt. And the skills that we all want in our workforce are these 6 skills, definitely. Apart from, of course, the learning that you need in your particular industry. Of course, that goes without saying. But over and above that, what do we need to sort of be cutting edge? We all need to know how to collaborate. We all need to know how to think critically and how to solve problems, because who's going to get rid of problems anyway? Digital literacy, not an option anymore, not something that makes you cooler. No, it's just fundamental and elementary now to have good digital literacy. You all need to know how to be a global citizen. You all work with people across the globe. Nothing is limited to your country or your region anymore. Creativity and imagination, and leadership and personal development. Now, sometimes we don't spell these skills out to our workforce. We don't say, as recruiters sometimes, you might not say that, these are the things that we're looking for. But we all subtly look for these skills. We all need to have these skills in order to go ahead and have success in our workplace. So something for us to think about is what or which of these key skills are important for our workforce's success. And what we think as language providers and education providers is that it all boils down to communication. So you might have excellent negotiation skills, you might be a born leader, but how do you really apply that? You apply that through communication at the end of the day. So even if you have the most brilliant idea, if you can't put it in the right kind of words, and if your email doesn't do the job, then it's a little bit of a waste, right? So we're not saying that we can teach you all of these skills individually, but if you have the skill, we can definitely teach you how to express that. Yeah, so your skills are always manifested through use of good language. Ultimately, it's just that, and we've seen this for years. We've been teaching English for over 80 years and across 100 countries across the globe. So we know that it boils down to what you're saying and what you're writing, and what you're receiving in terms of language from others, and how you're interpreting the language. Yeah. So somebody sends you a presentation, somebody gives you a call, and you don't understand the message clearly, and that leads to a consequence of errors, let's say. So it all boils down to communication. Yeah. And just a few little notes on good communication and how it can help you internally and externally. So we try and help people build their relationships internally with their staff, how to communicate better with clients, and how to improve upon their CSR activities as well through good communication. And the problems with most learning packages available right now are that either people, especially after COVID, everybody's doing online courses, and it's just so tedious sometimes. It can be a little boring as well. So people either will sell you exactly what they have been selling in a face-to-face class in a lecture mode, and turn that for offer the same thing in a platform that is online, or they will have a fully online solution without any teacher intervention at all. We try not to do that. We try not to just repackage and rebrand and sell off things. We have adapted our content and our methodologies and the styles of teaching to suit different platforms. Yeah, and we do focus a lot on learner motivation, digital and study skills as well, because I'm sure in all workplaces, we are required to do some courses at some point, and most of those courses are a little bit of a tedious thing to do. Nobody willingly gets on to courses. So how can we improve upon that motivation? That's something that we focus on. So of course, we focus a lot on engaging our learners through intelligent design. So, we keep talking about social media. Everybody's hooked to Instagram. It's designed that way. It's designed to hook you in. And if the learning design, if the platform's design is interesting enough, is engaging, then chances are that you will enjoy being on a particular platform. So we do all of that. Of course, we focus a lot on collaboration and interaction as well, because if you're teaching somebody to communicate, you have to allow them to communicate with others, with each other, with you. So that happens. We have different types of offers where we do group classes, private classes, we've got webinars, one-on-one session, all different. There's a whole variety of interaction patterns available. And like I said, we focus a lot on building learner autonomy. We try and help our learners understand that they can take charge of their learning and they don't really always need a teacher in the class giving them information, but they can also figure out and navigate through the trajectory of their own learning and see some personal growth and development through that learning as well. Yeah. And of course, we try and show people that there's some progress in their learning as well, whether it's badges, certificates, assessments, etc. So yeah, if your challenge is this, these are our solutions. We try and make the solutions really engaging. We help our learners interact, collaborate. We build learner autonomy, and of course, we try and communicate a sense of progress as well. Now we have been working with the banking industry for many years now, and I'll give you a quick glimpse at the people that we've worked with in the last 1 year itself. But the kind of courses we do are general English language courses, business English courses, spoken English courses, and written courses, or professional skills, so things like basic things like presentations, emails, meetings, etc. And there are some things that are edgier and cooler, like negotiation skills, or how to work with EQ, or conflict resolution skills, those kind of things. Some stuff that's catered to a slightly more experienced workforce that do not need help in language, but they need those slightly more cooler, for lack of a better word, areas to work on. These are some of our clients over the last 1 year, 22-23. Sure you've heard of them. Reserve Bank, have you heard of them? So, sorry about my design skills. It's an area I'm working on, but these are some of our clients. And we've done like extensive courses for them. I've got only 5 minutes, so I'll quickly walk through. These are the reasons I think everybody must invest in English language training. So, I don't suppose most of you are from L&D and HR. You are not. But you can always pass this information on to your L&D teams and say that, we met the British Council at this event and we should definitely try this training. Yeah. So enhanced customer service, of course, if you're, it all boils down to language use, right? So if you're addressing customer inquiries, understanding their needs, all you need is really good grasp of the language, and that's all. Professional image and reputation, you're attending a session or you're attending a seminar, you're meeting hundreds of people across. All you need to do is brush up on your skills of speaking. Of course, you prepare just for the day, no problems, but still, how you speak makes a huge difference. Cross-border transactions, yeah, it's all globalized banking environment nowadays. So if your communication is solid, chances are you'll succeed. Internal communication and collaboration as well. If you're communicating internally well, then that just translates into good communication externally as well. And career advancement opportunities, obviously, it's just, it starts, and sometimes it can sound a little cheesy, like, just by speaking. No, of course not. Your skills are not negotiable. The skills you need to be a banker, you need them. That nobody's going to, that's not negotiable at all. But beyond that, if you do not have the right communication skills, then there are going to be some hurdles on the way. That's the only thing. Life becomes smoother at the workplace if your communication is strong. So advancement opportunities as well. Skip through that, and just a quick glimpse of the kind of workshops we do. We do long workshops, really short ones, 12-hour interventions. We do 60-hour long courses over months. So it's all very flexible and differently designed, but these are the kind of courses that we have. Communicating with executive presence, consultative selling skills, a really popular course that we've sold to banks a lot, customer service skills, effective meeting skills, so on and so forth. And that's all actually, that's my last slide. We are here for the rest of the day. Me and my colleagues are from the business development team, so if you meet us and if you have any queries, we'd be very happy to help you with those information. And if you have any comments, any questions, I'll be very happy to take them as well. Thank you so much.
any doubts, any queries, any information you want, please reach out to Purbani and the team, and they'll be more than happy to help you and assist all of you in your organizational needs. So any questions from the floor? Please raise your hand if you have any questions.
That's okay, you can always come back.
All right.
Questions later.
So I would now like to call Mr. Swaminathan Krishnamurthy, Vice President and Head Strategy and Planning from ISAB Small Finance Bank, to kindly do the honors of felicitating our speaker. Thank you so much, Swaminathan ji, for doing the honors. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.